Now, let's see what we got going on. Hold on. There we go. That looks a little bit better. That looks great. Hold on. Man, I feel like I am sweating buckets right now, man. I've been running. I was trying to hurry up and get this live started, man, because it's weird. Because I thought I had hooked up all of my stuff, hooked up mics, hooked up all that kind of stuff. And at the last minute, the computer laptop said, you know what? I think you've had a long day, and just kind of shut down. So I had to jump back on, reset all the settings, do all of that stuff, man, and get it together. But back in the building, in the building. I won't even say back in the building, but I am actually in the building, man. Welcome, everybody. What's going on, man? It's your boy, Gator, man, the novice knows out here, of course, in these fragrant streets. And I am coming to you right now with a quick review. And I see Assault in there, man. What's going on? What's going on? Hey there to you as well. I am here basically just to kind of do a quick live as far as like first impressions of a couple of fragrances here that I got from Mancera. One is one that I actually had a while back. Well, I didn't have it. I had it in the cart a while back, and I had not pulled the trigger on getting it, but I think I am going to. I just wanted to go ahead and experience it right quick again, make sure it is what I thought it was or remember it being. And the other one is a new release from Mancera called Fig Me Up. Now, if y'all have tuned into my channel, if y'all have seen me on any lives, if y'all have seen me in the comment section on any videos, you know that Fig Me Up is a fragrance that I have been waiting on literally since it was first announced. I'm talking about back in like November. It was like October, November of last year, man. It was one that I was really looking forward to, man. And I am like really excited about putting my nose on it. I got a couple of decants from for them. And this is quick sniffs, man. Welcome to decant diving basically here. So it's gonna be something new I'll do as far as lives go. Every once in a while, if I get a decant of a new fragrance that I'm thinking about making bottle worthy, I'm gonna go ahead and do the a quick live on it, like in 15-20 minutes. And from that I'll kind of determine whether or not I want to explore it a little bit. So let me get to the comments right quick. Said of the day, Joel, what's going on, by the way? Scent Bubble, yo, what's happening, man? Just talk to you. Man, looking forward to getting on a collab with you. Matter of fact, we got a show tomorrow. Make sure that y'all tune in to Charm City, the fragrance connoisseurs, man. And we're gonna put some stuff up on my channel. No, Scent Bubble's probably gonna put some stuff up on his channel regarding it. But it's gonna be a nice conversation about clones versus the OG fragrances, man. And there's utility for both. And we're gonna have a deep dive discussion with that. We're gonna have Fat Boy Finesse is gonna be on there. Meech the Sea Saints gonna be there, man. Charm, of course, is gonna be there. Suits and Scents is gonna be there, man. And of course, Scent Bubble's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be a great conversation, man. But by the way, scent of the day. Let me see if I can get it up here. There we go. Now you'll send me Brothers in Art. You receive Fig Me Up. No, I got the decant of it right now. I am thinking about it though. I am definitely thinking about it. So I almost bought Fig Me Up on the Mancera website, but decided otherwise. So Mancera's weird because it feels weird paying retail for a Mancera because you know that you can get them at a pretty affordable price. So it does feel weird when you are looking at. Now, Fig Me Up is one of those that I said that I would probably buy retail if I liked it enough. And most of the time with Manceras, I'm pretty good with just go ahead and just blind buying it. I blind bought Amberful, blind bought Eternal Wood, both of those, and I was extremely happy with those two fragrances, man. I mean, extremely. So looking forward to seeing what I'm going to do with these. This is the jacket here. First off, let me take the watch off because I'm going to actually be spraying on the inside of the wrists for these, man. So take the jacket off, make sure that inside of the wrist is nice and free from any moisture, any of that kind of stuff, man. So the first one I'm going to do is Aoud Blue Notes. Now, and I had the note breakdown for Aoud Blue Notes here. Let me see it, and then y'all gotta excuse me being all up in y'all face, man. But let me go ahead and get a. I should have brought my over here, my little keyboard. There we go. I think I'm out of the way of the camera, or maybe not. Or y'all are looking in my ear, one of the two. And anyway, hey, just pause. All right. So of course, Aoud Blue Notes is a Montal. Fruity notes, lemon, green notes, bergamot, mandarin orange. Middle notes are violet, orris root, rose, ylang ylang. I said that right, ylang ylang. And patchouli. The base notes are guaiac wood, leather, amber, sandalwood, and Madagascar vanilla. All right, let's see what we got on this thing here. Let's see what we got on this puppy. All right, so let me get back to the screen. All right. By the way, scent of the day, born to stand out, Mary Jane. Mary Jane is good. Mary Jane, because Mary Jane has a nice little subtle cannabis note, if I'm not mistaken. But it's something that will stand out if you're getting like, you know, you can pick out the marijuana. If I'm not mistaken, if that's the one that I'm thinking about. Say no pressure, but I might go decide about your thoughts for Fig Me Up. All right. Well, hey, look, we're about to see. Well, let's go to Aoud Blue Notes first and see what we got here. I'm going to save the right hand for Fig Me Up, the left hand for Aoud Blue Notes. And y'all got to forgive me for sweating, but I literally was like running in here to try to get this done. So, all right, let's see what we got. This is, again, I don't know if you can see it on here. It might not show it on here, but Aoud Blue Notes. Where's the black? I hate when they have like black. See what I'm saying? I hate when they have like the black. Oh, I smell that in the air already. Hold on. I hate when they have the black little dot. They don't have the one that you can clearly distinguish which way you're spraying. I have almost lost an eye behind that before. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so I like this, man. When it says Aoud Blue Notes, this is definitely a blue fragrance, but it's a blue fragrance, but it comes off with a little bit more of a depth to it. It's kind of like you're picking up the lemon in here. You're picking up all the usual suspects in a blue fragrance here, but you're also from the top. It seems like you're picking up a little bit of a iris. You're picking up the iris, I would say, in here. It's nice and buttery too, man. This is good. This is actually really, really good. So, you know, I'm a sucker for blue fragrances. I love blue fragrances. This is something that I can see wearing. Now, the big blue fragrance everybody's going to try to compare this to, or everybody compares any blue fragrance to, of course, is Bleu de Chanel. This is a departure from the Bleu de Chanel scenario in that this has a little bit more of a buttery iris type of feel to it here. I won't say it goes as far as like a Dior Homme type of iris, but it's just got that little bit of the touch of it with some lemon in there. You can definitely pick up that citric nature of it, but it's not like the super tart lemon. It's not like when you have like a Bleu de Chanel where it's kind of that tart grapefruit that kind of mixes in. This is more of a subtle kind of lemon. It reminds me of the lemon. If you've ever smelled Mancera's Aoud Lemon Mint, the way that the lemon comes in Aoud Lemon Mint is kind of the way that the lemon is coming in here, except for it's coming in a lot earlier in the dry down, like through the initial spray. You know, with Aoud Lemon Mint, it kind of starts to come after you get assaulted by the mintiness of it, that synthetic mint. It starts to kind of bring up that lemon in the dry down. This is kind of it comes up in the forefront. And it kind of reminds me a lot of Aoud Lemon Mint. It really does, but it's like Aoud Lemon Mint with some blue facets to it. And that actually makes me like this a lot. I wouldn't say it's redundant to have both because it doesn't have the spirit mintiness, but I do almost pick up a little bit of a minty type of vibe to this one as well. Like that standard blue mint, almost like it's like a geranium or something like that. That's kind of giving it a little bit of that mintiness going. That's nice. That is really, really nice. This is going to be full bottle. This is going to be full bottle worthy. Like I said, I was going back and forth with that one, and whether or not it was going to be full bottle worthy. That one, Aoud Blue Notes, it is. Now I'm going to probably spray it. I'm going to get a full wearing. I sprayed like 2 sprays out of it, 2-3 sprays. I'm going to probably take the rest of it and get like a full day's wearing out of it before I make the final decision. But from what I'm seeing or smelling so far, I'm loving that, man. I'm loving that. Let me get to the comments right quick. All right, Joe, Lorenzo Paziagli. I gotta look over here to do C-Sex and Gritty. Gritty Antalya. You were telling me about that. I'm interested in seeing what Sex C does. I want to see what that one's about, man. So let me know what that sounds like, Joe. What it smells like. All right. He's talking to about what's happening with Ultra Beast. I don't know, Ultra Beast. That sounds interesting. William, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Say, brother, please review the new Rayhan Crimson. Got it yesterday, and it's insane. Best Centaurus clone for $30, 95% to the OG. It is. The only issue that I have, well, it is very good. The only issue that I have with it compared to Centaurus, because I've had a chance to wear them side by side. The only thing that I have as far as like an issue with them is that the way that the amber comes in Crimson reminds me a lot. Well, first off, the tobaccos are slightly different. The Centaurus has more of a drier style of tobacco with it. The Crimson comes across with a little bit of a wetter type of tobacco, but the amber is where you really kind of tell the difference between it, because the amber in the Centaurus, I don't even think it's just so much of a higher quality. I think it's just different. It does lean more into the dry and the woody aspects, and more of that amber resinousness is not as it doesn't have its own texture to it. The Crimson, it has this, it feels red. And if that sounds weird, if you could, the name of the fragrance is Crimson, but you could almost smell red. It's got this really like, spicy type of amber, if that makes sense. It reminds me a lot of the amber in Toomey Continuum. And that tobacco and amber mix, those two, it really reminds me of Toomey Continuum with a little bit more spice. That being said, Crimson is a banger, man. It really is, because I got to wear it out a good bit. That thing will last you a pretty good amount of time, man. I think I got like, on the first wearing, I got like, 5 hours on skin, and I was like, okay, I don't know about this one. But then 10 hours on the next wear. So, man, I like it. I am going to do a review on it. Matter of fact, it's already queued to review, man. Set bubble, nice. Assault. Oh, all right, I tried the mild Moscow Mule you recommended yesterday, picked it up next day, ended up finding it near me, and definitely smelled different from what I'm used to. Definitely smelled really fresh. Yeah, mild Moscow Mule is a super fresh fragrance. As a matter of fact, I kind of lean more towards that one than I actually do the fragrance that it's inspired by, which is the Blue Moon Ginger Dash, because Blue Moon Ginger Dash has this really sour kind of accord in there. And I think it's because they're trying to replicate the actual drink that they're, with this, it's a Killian. They're trying to replicate the drinks. All of them do that. But I think that's to its detriment when it comes to like a wear that's like, any season, any type of reason type of wear. The Mild Moscow Mule, on the other hand, is just a fresh ginger. It's just a fresh, overall, lot fresher vibe to it. Definitely wasn't fully to my liking, but it's nice. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what's weird about that one? That one grew on me more and more during like the warm weather. When I sprayed it on, it was kind of like a, oh, okay, this is nice to, you know, try to get a fragrance to go, grab and go, and you smell really nice. It did give me quite a few compliments when I got out there in the heat too. It was pumping off my skin, man. They finding it near me spelled that, oh, it's all right, man. I kind of knew what you were talking about. He said, you see, I got that Etat Libre whole line discovery set, right? Hey, Etat Libre, I really want, so You or Someone Like You is the one that a lot of people talk about, and I like that a lot. I like I Am Trash, but the problem with I Am Trash is I don't feel like it lasts very long on me. I'd like Fat Electrician, but I feel like, you know, I would be wearing something that, you know, kind of spoke to me a little bit too much. So I decided not to go with that one. All right, let's go with the next one. So this is the star of the show. This is the one that I've really been looking forward to. This is, as a matter of fact, it's so new that they literally have a sticker on it. Mancera, the Fig Me Up. So Fig Me Up is one that I've been waiting on, man, for a while. And let me go ahead and pull up the notes on this one. I almost got them memorized because it has tobacco in the base, which is, you know, well, I'm all about the tobacco in the base on this one. Of course, it's got plum. It's got a rhubarb at the top, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so the notes on this thing, the top notes are rhubarb, rhubarb, French violet, and fig leaf. Mid notes are oud, plum, bourbon geranium, fig nectar, Australian sandalwood. Then the base notes are tobacco, white musk, toffee, and tonka bean. The tobacco and the toffee are the things that are the most intriguing to me about this, because it kind of feels almost a little bit out of place with the DNA. But we're gonna see what it does on skin. Let's see what we got here. All right, so come on, we've got to find the little. There we go. All right, that's so I don't spray myself in the face again. All right, so looking forward to this one for the last few months. Now, I got it in the air, and it smells strangely familiar to me. So, first of all, it's fresher than I thought it was going to be. It's a lot fresher off the top and a lot greener than I thought it was going to be. This has kind of a substantial greenness to it off the top. It's got like a fruitiness, but it's like a subdued fruity, and it's got to be the rhubarb in here. This fruit, okay. So if y'all have ever smelled Lacoste Homme, I believe it's Lacoste. Is it Lacoste Homme? I think it is Lacoste Homme. That rhubarb note that it has in there feels like a higher. This is vegetal. Like I just got a whiff coming up from me. This is more vegetal, which is definitely leaning towards that rhubarb that's in Lacoste Homme. Huh. But it's not vegetal in a bad way. It's vegetal in a good way. So it's got, like I said, that vegetalness is what's bringing up the fresh aspects of this thing, man. It's super fresh. This is a lot fresher. This is not what I was expecting. I was expecting something that was going to be a lot fruitier and sweeter than what I'm getting right now. So I'm definitely getting that rhubarb. I'm getting a little bit of the fig. I'm starting to kind of like, but it's not like a strong and potent fig. It's like it's dancing in the air a little bit. I can get a little bit of that. It's mostly green right now. That's what I'm getting for the most part. I'm getting odes of Lacoste Homme and Sip Bubble Joe. Y'all might want to fact check me on that, because I think it's Lacoste Homme that has the rhubarb note in there. This one is a little bit stronger. I mean, you can tell it's a little bit more high quality. It doesn't smell synthetic at all. It actually smells pretty realistic. It smells like a fresh cut rhubarb, a fresh cut, and not even just a rhubarb. It smells like a fresh cut vegetable. But then it has a little bit of sweetness at the same time going on. This is nice. This is really nice. So, you know what I'm about to do? Hold on. I already got it on skin. I'm about to do something that is kind of weird. I'm going to put it on paper too. Because I feel like the skin is giving me something right now. That's what I thought. It is even more fresh off the strip, but I do detect more of the sweetness off the strip. I don't detect it as much when I'm wearing it. So right now it's drying down a little bit, guys. And as it's drying down, I'm getting a good bit. This almost feels like it's an orris root. Is it? Is there orris in here? Hold on, let me check. I'm definitely getting sandalwood. All right, so the rhubarb, French violet, I can see the violet because that's why it's pushing like that. Fig leaf, oud, plum, bourbon geranium, fig nectar, and Australian sandalwood. You know what? It's gotta be, it's weird to say this. It's gotta be the musk in there that I'm interpreting like that. Or either that or it's the plum. You know what? It may be the plum. Or technically maybe the violet. It's one of them. But I'm gonna describe what it's feeling like because it is a little bit different. It's not portraying like your standard violet. It's kind of coming across as almost like a floral, and I guess it would be a floral type of violet note. But that floral violet is kind of almost coming across like a orris almost. It's really earthy, but I think it's the earthiness may not be coming from the violet. I think the earthiness is coming more from that the woods that are in here. This is good in the tobacco. Although I pick up slight bits of tobacco, I don't pick up a lot. And I'm a little bit disappointed by that because that was one of the things that I really was looking forward to in this fragrance was the tobacco. Oh, no, wait a minute. Well, it's there. It's there. It's just way in the background. This is one of those fragrances that I think is going to develop on skin. I got to get a full wear on this one. I think this is going to be good. It's good now. It surprised me the way that it opened up because I was expecting more of a sweet kind of intro into this thing, but it opened up straight up vegetal. So, this is going to be one of those fragrances that it's almost getting a little bit powdery in there. That's weird. That's the sandalwood that's coming in. It's just giving it some texture. This is going to be one of those fragrances that's going to be another one that'll be any season, any reason. This is not going to be good in the hot summers. I can tell you now just by smelling it. Well, no, you could dial back the sprays in the summer. I think you could. This isn't figgy, right? So it's called Fig Me Up, but I get more green vegetal out of this than I do fig out of this. It's got some fig, some fig in it, but I'm getting more of the green vegetal nuance in here. Now, I'm gonna have to let it, dry down a little bit, and it may pump more fig as it gets into the dry down. But because it's right now, I'm still getting a lot more of the vegetalness of it. I like it a lot. I really do. It's not what I expected, but I'm still saying it's gonna probably be a full bottle. Am I gonna pay retail for it? Nope, not gonna pay retail for it. But am I gonna get a full bottle of it? Yeah. I got a feeling I'm definitely gonna get a full bottle of this one. This one and ooh. Oh, Aoud Blue Notes is pumping now. It's getting into its floral nature now. It's getting into the floral bag, and it is good. It's getting even better. Man, these are good. Both of these are actually, from my first experience with them, I think they're going to be full bottle worthy. Now, I don't know that for sure yet. We're going to see how that runs, but I'm going to get a full wear probably on Fig Me Up tomorrow. And then I'll do a full wear on Aoud Blue Notes on Wednesday probably. But as it stands right now, I think both of them are probably going to be full bottles. That Fig Me Up surprised the hell out of me. It is not what I thought, because when I first heard it, I thought more with the tobacco and the plum and, you know, the oud stuff. I was thinking more it was going to start leaning towards like plum Japonais, right? This ain't plum Japonais. This is leaning more towards niche level Lacoste L'Homme. That's what it's doing. And that's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Let me see if I can catch anybody in the comments here before we wrap it up here, man. All right. Joel, you got it. Say, I thought it may have been the, oh, look, let me read over here. There it is. I thought it might have been like the Carter Barcelona Fig Man. I guess not. Yes, that rhubarb Lacoste is a Lacoste L'Homme or Lacoste Intense. I think it's L'Homme Intense. Yeah. And oh man, right now it is pumping vegetal. Although the vegetal is kind of toning back now, and I'm starting to get a little bit more of the plum nature in this. It's starting to get a little bit more, but it's not a sweet plum. This feels more like a fresh cut, like an under-ripened plum that somebody sliced and said, here's some plum, and it's too bitter for you to eat. Yeah. Smooth. It's a smooth intro into it too, man. And I'm already picking up the sandalwood. You know I'm a sucker for sandalwood, man. This is gonna be, this is good. Yeah, this is good. This is good, man. I think this is gonna be one that I'm gonna actually love, man, because it's gonna give some variation to that Mancera line. A lot of times, Mancera can get into their sweet bag, and people are like, "Oh my God!" But the thing about Mancera is the house is so versatile, man. They go in so many different directions. You've got an eternal wood that is a dark, you know, like ambery, resinous type of like, you know, almost oudy type of sweet, deep, dark scent. Then you got something like an amberful that is like such a bright, zingy type of fragrance, man. You go to French Riviera, which gives really like a suntan on the beach type of vibe, man. And then you go to something like a cupcat wood that is like, you know, grapefruit and vetiver. Basically, and that's all it is, you know. So they've got so much going on in that line, man. They've got so many different fragrances. I love this because it adds to the versatility of that line. It's not something that I think people should just blind buy, though. You need to actually put your nose on it, because like me, if you're thinking that if you got an idea of what Fig Me Up is, it's not the idea that you think it is. But it's good. It was giving me some tone of, and this is the violet leaf. It was giving me some of the tone and reminding me a little bit of Phantom for a quick second. I was about to be like, no, please don't be Paco Rabanne Phantom. But it did have a little bit of that airiness. I think that's the violet. It's the violet that's doing it, man. Does it seem like it might be a discounted fragrance for me? It's gonna be a discount fragrance for me. It is. I'm not about to pay $190 for it. I'm not, and I'm not gonna pay. I'm not even gonna price. But you know, the 60 mil, I think I found the cheapest I found a 60 mil for was like 101, and I'm not paying 101 for a 60 mil. I'm not. This one will probably be on Fragrance Buy next month. Looking at somewhere in the range of about probably around that 100 mark for the 4 ounce for 120 mil. I can see myself paying that for this. And I'm going to give it some more time, but at the same time, I can see myself doing it. The thing that I'm afraid of, and I've mentioned Lacoste L'Homme Intense a couple of times here, it kind of gives me that. And it could just be me, defaulting picture to rhubarb in my brain. But also, doesn't Lacoste L'Homme Intense have man, hold on. Because I can't be crazy on my comparison here. Let's see. Lacoste L'Homme Intense. Citrus. Okay, so the notes on that thing: rhubarb, quince, orange, grapefruit, mandarin orange, lemon, ginger, black pepper, pineapple, Hideon, almond, and jasmine. All right, so it doesn't have, it's got the musk in there, of course. Doesn't come across as cedar here. I think, though, that it does give a little bit of a citrusy vibe to it, though. So I can see that. But I get, like I say, that's probably more of a fruity vibe coming from the fig and the plum. But I like it. I like it. I don't think it is a one-to-one with Lacoste. Don't get me wrong. Not saying it's a one-to-one with Lacoste, but that's the first thing it kind of brought up in my brain right there. It was the Lacoste L'Homme, which is interesting. It looks like on Fragrantica, but Fragrantica is weird like that. They are comparing it a lot to, Fico d'Amalfi, but that's just because it's got fig in it, and fig in the name. It does not smell like Fico d'Amalfi. The only thing they have in common really is the fig, and maybe a little bit of the dry down is you could pick up certain things, but no, they're different. They're definitely different. Then again, Fragrantica also has the thing that it smells like is Cuba Authentic Dark Cuba Paris, that deep tobacco fragrance, and that's not it at all. So these people are just, how they do on Fragrantica, they just randomly pick up fragrance. Like, oh, they got those notes. I know what it is, because all they got now is cigars on Fragrantica for this one, man. So yeah, don't listen to Fragrantica on stuff like that. They'll classify a men's fragrance or a unisex fragrances for women. I know when you were looking at the when you were looking at it on what's that, Fierte on Fragrantica, they had it as like just for women, and it's like, nah, this is actually a unisex fragrance. And it's weird because they did that with a few fragrances that I looked up. When I first looked up Aqua Wood, they labeled that one as a women's fragrance, and I guess so many people kept pushing on them that they finally changed it. But yeah, man, $190. Yeah, man. So Mancera's, man, they retail from Mancera USA or Mancera US at around that $190 mark, man. But this is why discounters are so wonderful when it comes to Mancera fragrances, because you can get these fragrances around 70, 80, 90, which is where they really should be as far as price point goes. And Mancera is one of those brands that doesn't fight the discounters on that one. They don't fight it. They'll let it go for that 100. There's no I think, for example, M. Micallef, I see, has been pushing on Fragrance Buy. And all the M. Micallef stuff on Fragrance Buy that had gone down to like 118, 120, they've jumped those things back up to like $280, $300. So, hey. The wild guess, take out C notes from Carter Barcelona Fig Man and replace it with the plum. Probably. Yeah. The only thing is, I still think this I feel like is a little bit more. I still feel like this is a little bit more on the cut veggie side. The fresh vegetable side. And when I say vegetal, I don't necessarily mean vegetables. I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, as far as like, your fresh cut like grass or something like that, basically. Not like a vetiver type of grass, but just that chemical, and I forgot the chemical that it releases when you cut grass. It's not petrichol, it's another chemical, but that's what it is. And it has that, like it's like a fresh cut rhubarb. That's what it is. When you fresh cut a rhubarb or you fresh cut an eggplant, that smell that it gives off, that's what it is that is giving off. But now it's getting sweet. And I'm also starting to pick up a little bit of the sandalwood and tobacco in here, man. This is actually, like I said, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be one that I am probably going to buy a full bottle of, but it will be on the discounters. I am not about to sit there and buy it retail. As excited as I was about Fig Me Up and excited as I still am about Fig Me Up, because I am still excited about it, I'm probably going to wait until it gets on discounters in about a month, because it'll be about a month. I mean, they've been waiting on Fig Me Up. Joma Shop has had the SKU on their site for Fig Me Up created since sometime in December, like early December. So it's retailing on their website, or it's on their website at $104. That's around what I would be expecting to pay for this, around $104 for 4 ounces, right? That sounds about right. Man, as I'm moving my hand in the air, bro, this is good. I can't help but get some sort of weird Paco Rabanne Phantom vibe. I don't know why that is, but it's got to have something in common with it. I'm getting a lot of Phantom, and not in a bad way, but because Phantom's not the most loved fragrance in Fragcom. Paco Rabanne Phantom. I don't know, my face is all up in y'all face, man. All right, so top notes: lavender, lemon zest, malty lemon, lavender, earthy notes maybe smoke patchouli, base notes, vanilla, lavender, vetiver. Yeah, it could be the black one. It's giving me some of that though. Yeah, man. So in conclusion, just to kind of sum it up right quick, I think that right now I'm leaning towards a full bottle on both of these. I'm leaning towards a full bottle on Aoud Blue Notes. At least I was. No, I'm still leaning towards it. I'm still leaning towards it. It's starting to get into his woody bag right now, man, and it's actually not bad at all. It's pretty good. It's got a drier type of oudi type vibe to it. It's not like a funky type of oud, a barnyard type of oud. It's kind of like a drier, more subdued, westernized style of oud in it, but it's good. It reminds me so much of Aoud Lemon Mint without that mintiness, without that overdose of mint. Very much that. Very much that. And then Pick Me Up. It's getting better and better. I don't know if any of you put your nose on this, think the rhubarb, think Lacoste L'Homme Intense, but also try to put in your mind Paco Rabanne Phantom. For some reason that's entering my brain. I don't know why it is, and maybe it's something here. I think it's the earthiness of it, the way that it comes across. And I think a lot of it is the violet leaf, or the violet that's in here, but that's the way it's coming across. But anyway, guys, man, look, it's been great hanging with y'all tonight, man. This is actually good. Oh, make sure that y'all hit the like button, by the way, before y'all leave out of here, because I'm about to go ahead and adjourn in a sec, man, so I can go get me some sleep. But make sure that you hit the like button, man, and share the video. Honestly, been buying for, let me go ahead and get it here. All right. Assault says, honestly been buying fragrances at full prices and don't know which fragrance sites are good to use for discounted prices. All right, so we got a few of them, man. So the first one and my number one that I usually go to now, let me get this thing off my mic. The one that I usually go to right now, my favorite go-to is fragrancebuy.ca. Fragrancebuy.ca is usually going to have the best price. Now the lead time for the fragrances is going to be probably around a week or so, although they don't take that long for shipping. The shipping charge is usually around $12 for those when you buy them. They've got pretty good stock on stuff too, man. So that's usually my first thought. The second thought is a little bit more expensive. That's going to be FragranceNet or fragrance.net. That site actually, I'm in Atlanta. They're in Atlanta. And if I need to get something real quick, a lot of times I'll just, look on there and see if they've got it. Cause I'll usually get it in like 2 days if I order something from there. Like literally 2 days. If you're a little bit further away, like if you're on the West Coast, I think they're usually around 4 to 5 days before you get it. Their shipping's pretty good. They usually have a pretty good assortment of products too. Joma Shop will usually have your best prices for like Manceras and stuff like that. The problem with Joma Shop, and a lot of people call it Slow-Mo Shop for this reason, is that their shipping is weird. Their inventory is weird. They've been having some issues, man, and I hate that because Joma Shop used to be a favorite of mine to do some shopping, especially when it came to like Mancera fragrances, but they've had some issues. Now, I'm willing to hope that they redeem themselves. They actually, I got this actually that I had been waiting on for a minute the other day here. This is Nightology Wild Temptation here. This is from another one from Jesus Del Pozo, said Bubble. This is a beautiful tobacco and peach. So the way that, I think, am I chaining y'all to death? Let me see here. I don't know why it's doing that. It's because I'm moving around like that so much. But so what's going on, man, with this one is that it's like a beautiful peach and tobacco. Okay. It's got this fresh opening and it's a dry tobacco. It's almost like a pipe tobacco type of feel to it. It is very reminiscent of the exclusive tobacco. If you guys have ever experienced the exclusive tobacco is just a little bit brighter and zingier, and this one has kind of like a flat peach note. It's not like a super ultra realistic type of peach. It's just like a synthetic flat peach, but the way it plays into the fragrance is really nice because it just kind of sits baseline, so it doesn't move. It's really, so it's like the rest of the fragrance tends to evolve and go up and down, and you get a little bit more tobacco here, you get a little bit more of the florals, and then you start getting into that like more woody base, but the peach just kind of stays flatline the whole time. So while everything else is moving, the peach is linear. It's really nice. I'm a fan of it. I am a real big fan of that one, man. Jesus Del Pozo, they're doing some good work, man. But yeah, so Joma Shop and all them, those are good ones. I'm going to throw in a wild card as a site that I visit a lot. The perfume box is good too, especially if you're looking at for like Middle Easterns. They're really good. I try to stay away from Triple Traders, although Triple Traders does have some good stuff. But the perfume box is another one that I'm really into. My wild card is a little shop that I go to, a new store, ANAU, a new store. They're out of Miami. They have a lot of Middle Eastern stuff there, but they've got some pretty good pricing. Their customer service is impeccable, and their shipping is pretty fast. I mean, they usually ship within like the first 24 hours that you place an order. They're really good about that, man. And so I always recommend them. And a lot of times they'll have stuff that are like, you know, finds that I didn't think that, you know, most people will have, and they'll have it just kind of sitting there and be like, hey, you know, we do have this in stock, even though it says online nobody has it, we do have it. So our new store is always a good one to look at. All right, says fragrance buy perfume online, etc. I've been going and just bought from Shop Perfume CA. They get things I don't find on my regular website, so I'll be buying more from them for a while. Shop Perfume CA, yes. So a lot of those Canadian sites are really, really good, man, when it comes to that. Fragflex, I think, is the think Fragflex and fragrancebuy.ca are the same company. At least the boxes. When you get the boxes, they're the same box. But yeah, yeah, they're really good, man. So I would go ahead and do that one. What else do I have my eye on right now? So the biggest thing that I'm looking at right now is I think I'm going to get there's another one from this side. It's a violet one from the Nightology series from Jesus Del Clozo that I'm thinking about putting my hands on and getting that one. And then I'm going to most likely be getting a full bottle of Mangolicious Hippie Storm from Sniffs. So Mangolicious Hippie Storm and Sniffs Signature is actually really, really good too. I am getting, matter of fact, I'm getting 3 Sniffs fragrances. I'm getting Cerevo Daiquiri. I'm getting Sniffs Signature. And I'm getting Mangolicious Hippie Storm. Those Sniffs fragrances all have this like frothy type of vanillic vibe to it. I'm not sure what it is, but it's their signature. So, but they smell really, really nice, man. They're really good for like springtime. I don't know about the summer as much, although Mangolicious Hippie Storm is going to be really good for like summer wear for me. So definitely going to be doing that, man. I'm about to get out of here, guys. And I know my boy SB, I know he's going to be going live in a minute, man. Make sure y'all go over there and holler at him, see what's happening, man. And the final result on these fragrances, the more I smell the Aoud Blue Notes, the more I say I'm probably going to go full bottle with this one. The more I smell Fig Me Up, the more I'm thinking that I'm probably going to go full bottle with this one. I'm going to put full wears on them. I'll get back to you guys after my full wears and let you know for sure how that thing is going to go. But as of right now, thumbs up on both of those fragrances. I would give them somewhere in the range of about a good 8.5 or well around 8.5 out of that 10 as far as like likability. Now, once the full wear comes in, I might be like, drop it down to a 7. We'll see. But for right now, I'm teetering 8 to 8.5. So anyway, guys, it's been a great time. As always, man, I'm looking forward to seeing all of y'all tomorrow, man, on Fragrance Connoisseur's channel. We're going to be going live. I may go live on my channel with it as well. But, you know, we're going to be talking clones, man. We got an all-star lineup. Fat Boy Finesse, The Scent Bubble, Meech the CR Saints, Suits and Scents is going to be there. Charm City, of course. And, of course, me. Your man, Gator Beater, baby. I'm going to be there. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, man. Hit the like button before y'all leave out of here. I'm giving y'all the countdown for that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right. So I'm out of here, man. Share the video. We're out here. Peace out.